Well, hello, folks. Yeah, this is a little different, isn't it? That's right. I'm still getting used to all of this, so please forgive me. This is my maiden voyage here. And let's see if I can just adjust this here so you can see me. Let's see here. All right. Can you actually see me? How about we do that? Howdy, howdy. Hello, everybody. How do you do? How do you do? Happy Thursday. Thanks for bearing with me. As you can tell, I have a brand new setup. I am still getting used to using it. Very interesting. I have a nice, fancy new camera. I have a Canon DSLR. Yeah. Can you guys see me? Hello? Yeah. Let me know if you can see me. That sure would be cool to see if you guys can see me. All right, fantastic. Very cool, very cool. All right. So, how is everybody doing here? This is a little bit different here, of course. This is the maiden voyage. I've been chilling for a little bit, kind of taking a little break from live streams, working on other stuff. And also I have new hardware and new software, and about to be even more hardware and new software. And it's all super brand new. I'm dialing it in. There's quite a learning curve. I have a very fancy Canon EOS M50 DSLR. I have some software called Streamlab, and working on taking this whole thing to the next level. I've got a green screen that I'm going to have behind me, and all sorts of really cool, fascinating, super duper fun stuff. Now, one thing, please bear with me for just a moment. I need to open a separate window really fast with this live stream in a browser as well, so that I can chat apparently. So let's see if the chat works here. Let's just give the old chat a try. Let's give it the old college try. Let's see here. Let's see if it will let me chat now. All right. Howdy, folks. Okay, yes, the chat is working. Fantastic. There is quite a bit of latency on here, so when I see myself here in the window, it's a little bit strange. So anyway, thank you so much, guys, for bearing with me here. Of course, it's even a little bit later than usual, so I'm of course dialing in the lighting with the ISO on the camera, and I am a bit of a graphics nerd. I don't know if you guys know, I do the graphic design for our beautiful labels, but I don't have nearly as much expertise with photography, and I'm learning as I go, but this is super cool. But guess what I can do now, guys? Guess what? Check this out. This is super cool. Watch this. All right, so one moment. Here we go, here we go. All right, so turn this guy on here. And then let's just see what happens if I do this. Look at that. Look at that, everybody. Isn't that cool? Super, super cool. Check that out. Oh yeah, baby. That's right, we're taking it to the next level. Taking it to the next level. Yeah. How you guys like that? Pretty cool, huh? So, we are now super duper pro level. Actually, you know what? Here, I can even put, let's see, I think I could put possibly this image in the background. There we go. How about that? How about that, everybody? What are you guys thinking? You guys digging the new graphics? Let me know in the chat if you like the new graphics, if you're digging it. Yeah. So, anyway, this is going to enable me. By the way, I never do this, but I was in a hurry. I had technical issues. I hadn't really eaten dinner, so I'm not even finished with my dinner. Super unprofessional of me, I know, but there you have it. By the way, Chocolala, thank you for being our #1 fan. You are awesome. It's good to see you. Dom, hello. Gregory, King, Andy, Sam. Good to see some old familiar faces. Thank you guys for being here. Sorry for all the technical malfunctions and the delays there, but yes, we are taking things to the next level here at CHOQ, and I'm super, super excited to be able to do this now. So, this is going to enable me to now have fun little adventures with you guys, right? Where I'm able to actually like show you what's going on my screen, and we can have we can do cool stuff together. So hey, let's check something out. Let's go to the CHOQ website and let's take a look really fast. These are black bean noodles with spinach, coconut oil, and sea salt. Very, very simple dish. Bean noodles, coconut oil, and sea salt. So let's check out the blog here, guys. And see what you think. So now instead of me telling you, hey, let's go ahead and everybody please go to the blog, I can just show you the blog. Super cool, right? This is the new blog right here. If you guys haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. This is part 2 in my series on the Matrix. This one's called The Matrix Has Many Levels. If you guys haven't seen Stay Human episode 2 yet, definitely check that out. That was streamed a couple weeks ago. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely check it out. Here, let me just type it in. Stay Human. I'm sure most of you guys know it, but if you're new, episode 2, of course, maybe try episode 1 first, right? Coconut aminos would kick it up a notch. Those are delicious. I'm a big fan. So yeah, Matrix has many levels. So yeah, guys, if you're interested in the more philosophical side of things, if you're interested in the whole weird big tech takeover thing and all that craziness, then I highly suggest you check out these blogs. This is part 2. Part 1 is also linked from the beginning of part 2. This one, and I'm really proud of this custom graphic right here. Super cool graphic, right? Metaverse, the ultimate blue pill. We're living in the time of the techno takeover. I'm not afraid to say it that, it's getting painfully obvious that weird things are going on with technology, things that are not cool, and it's up to people like us who are awake enough to be the resistance. Of course, the peaceful resistance, obviously, and to basically upgrade our consciousness, to maintain our bodies in a healthy way, to maintain our antioxidant status, to deal with the free radical burden of the Wi-Fi and all the craziness, right? And all that stuff. So, Metaverse, the ultimate blue pill. This was a really cool blog here. Just start off here. Let me just expand this a little bit so you guys can read more easily here. Let's see here. Here we go. All right. As we all know, 2 months ago, Zuckerberg announced that Facebook was changing its name to Meta and intends on putting enormous effort into building a massive virtual reality world we call the Metaverse. I am sure you guys have heard me talk about this before, but the funny thing about Metaverse is it's a term that was coined by Neil Stephenson in this dystopian cyberpunk novel called Snow Crash, right? So check this out. What people don't know is that the main character, Snow Crash, lives in a dilapidated, essentially unfurnished warehouse, and has to enter the metaverse to escape the unbridled savagery and ugliness of the default world. So this led me, of course, to make a fun little meme here. What if I told you that the term metaverse comes from a book where the real world was so horrific that everyone had to escape it? I am kind of a fan of, I'm a bit of a memester. I do like to make memes here. So yeah, and let's see, we've got another fun little one here. Oh yeah, actually, you know what? Let me go to to the next one here. Next installment, I'll just give you a brief little overview of the most recent one. Again, this is part 2. Cool little custom graphic here. Main concept here, and again, this is a little bit more philosophical, spiritual, psychological take on things, but my belief and my model for what the Matrix actually is, because everybody has their idea what the Matrix is, right? Of course, if you've been red pilled, you think you're awake, etc., right? But here's what my question is. Do you fancy yourself a red pillar? Do you think you've woken up from the Matrix? If someone were to ask me that question, I'd likely be tempted to commit the minor faux pas of answering a question with a question. That question being exactly which Matrix are you referring to? So we all have our own ideas, obviously, about what the Matrix is, what the concept really points to. It's almost like a mirror, like a Rorschach test. It just tells you really about the person who is thinking about it, right? So someone who thinks mainly in terms of politics might think it's just only about propaganda, that sort of thing. Somebody who's really into psychology might think it has to do with the way that our brain assembles reality. And of course, many folks, especially those in the truther movements, to whom I'm obviously sympathetic, as you all know who are regular viewers, right? Tend toward interpretation of the Matrix as being representative of the ways that the deep state runs the world and uses their knowledge and resources to manipulate and dominate us using biowarfare, information warfare, and all the scary, crazy stuff, right? Of course, all these people, these are all interpretations of what the Matrix is, and they're all right in a sense, and they're also all wrong. And the reason everybody's wrong is because this is complicated. What the Matrix actually is, what I would say is, what is humbling and very true, I believe, is really that what the Matrix actually is, really, it's too big for any one of us to actually grasp. And the funny thing is that the people who are convinced that they have fully awoken, whatever that even means, in some ultimate black and white, one and done sense, the people who are the real red pillars, who think they're the true citizens of Zion and they have no more awakening to do, aren't always necessarily the most awake people, right? So I'm advocating a certain level of humility here, you know, and my idea here is one does not simply exit the Matrix, because what really happens, in my belief, is that as soon as you think you've woken up, what's actually happened is you have just gotten to a new level. Hence the elevator picture here. The Matrix has many levels. So nobody on any particular level is any better than anybody else. And, you know, we're all just in this big, crazy, weird maze school thing and, you know, whatever. Now, what does any of this have to do with supplements? What do you guys think? Why am I even talking about this? I mean, really. Seriously. What is the point? Let me know in the chat. I'm curious. Why would a guy who is a natural medicine doctor, a doctor of acupuncture and Chinese medicine, who makes supplements, why would a company who makes supplements put out this kind of material, right? Why would we do that? What's the connection here? What do you guys think? And we will get to Apex here in a second. Yeah. But yeah, what is the connection? So, here's the thing. There are many different ways that people get trapped and do not experience the fullness of their vitality. Some of those ways are mental, and some of them are physiological, right? Now, hear me out really fast. we know that there's a major problem. Let's just keep having fun with the blog here. We know that there's a major problem with hormones, right? That is clear. CHOQ is, one of the reasons CHOQ is such a cool company is we understand that, I'm just going to go here and type in the word testosterone into the blog search. We know that this is a major problem. We know that fertility is massively on the decline. We acknowledge the fact that chemicals are affecting humanity in a very negative way, right? If you guys, if any of y'all haven't read some of these articles, I highly suggest you check these out. For example, here, let's go to, this is one of my favorites. Worse Living Through Chemistry. And in fact, just as a quick reminder, this will be one of my upcoming series on YouTube. So, I'll probably do Stay Human episode 3, in a couple months or something. We're going to, yes, Chocolala, we do. We need our testosterone back. We absolutely do. And our hormones affect our sense of who we are in the world. They paint how we view everything. They really do. And here, let me just make myself bigger for a second. So funny. I'm still getting used to this. But yeah, so our hormones affect everything. They really do. They affect, who we are, who we feel ourselves to be, how we see everything, right? And again, it's not my place to tell you whether or not there is some grand plot, as I always say, to make us weaker and more controllable and more docile through altering our hormones. Certainly, I'll let you guys make that up, make your own minds up on that. Maybe, maybe not. And I'm not so sure that I know 100%, right? Now, there are many people out there, such as, I know y'all are a big fan of Shane, who's our, one of our #1 guys, right? On Instagram, Shane Vibes Truth. And of course, there's lots of other people who comment on this kind of stuff. My job is not to comment on whether or not this is intentional. My job is to tell you that, yes, from a hormonal sense, the house is absolutely on fire. And of course, yeah, population control, says Nikki Wee. That's a big theory. And again, my job is not to definitively tell you that I know, because I do not actually know if this is really what's happening. I really don't. But my job as a doctor of acupuncture and Chinese medicine, as a nutritional specialist, as a general natural living nerd, and someone who's passionate about how to maintain your vitality in this toxic chemical soup, is to do stuff like this, where I can basically help you guys learn more about how to protect yourselves and talk about the mechanism of action of how these chemicals are able to screw with us, right? That is super important. Now, check this out. I embedded a video into this one right here, right? This is, so just to show you again, the way that, governments and companies and doctors will swear up and down that something is safe. And then later on, we'll know it's anything but, right? And so, of course, you can see the parallels. You have to wonder, what is it that most people think is safe right now that is absolutely not, right? Of course. And, check this out, guys. Yeah, here we go. So here's a little video of, children in 1947 being sprayed with DDT. Check this out, right? So, yeah.
San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio, Texas.
Throughout the city. With the war discovered DDT in special sprayers, sections of the city are blanketed with the insecticide in the fight to stop the spread of the dread poliomyelitis.
The fight to stop the spread of polio. So this was actually being done to fight polio. So yeah, DDT is so safe you could eat it. That's what the government said in 1947. Literally spraying children.
Medical officer explained
yeah.
buildings treated
Yeah, check this out.
remain effective against mosquitoes.
And of course, mosquitoes, right? Trying to prevent malaria, ostensibly for humanitarian purposes, for public health in Africa and whatnot, right? And yeah, you got this guy here. You got this guy trying to tell the natives here, in Kenya, that it was totally safe, right? And it's kind of funny too because here, let me see if I can see here. Yeah, the general reaction, it kind of looks like the natives the Kenyans the kids fell for it, but the Kenyans were kind of like, I don't know, man, I don't buy it. That stuff is creeping me out, dude. So yeah. Anyway, so the point here though is that again, the Matrix, you can zoom into one particular part of the way that we are potentially manipulated or controlled, right? And just hyper-focus on that. You can also zoom way, way out. Some of these more philosophical articles, publications that I'm doing are obviously focused more on the philosophy and the psychology, which I think is utterly critical, right? That's super important. But at the same time, the connection here is that, yes, hormones. Hormone health is everything. People just finding that their testosterone is absolutely in the gutter, and then, doing things to, correct that, and then increasing their, vitality. And anyway, so basically, what happens when your hormones are not optimal? Well, again, it can seriously affect your outlook on life, your worldview, your ability to be motivated and focused and to actually be your best. And certainly, of course, it also affects fertility, right? Oh, looks like we've got got a little bit of spam here. Need to take this out. Unwanted spam. There we go. Let's just report that. Okay. Bam. So anyway, yeah, but not to be too much of a bummer, but I'll just put it this way. The more you can arm yourself with this kind of knowledge, the more important it is to basically be able to, prevent. Obviously, you want to prevent toxins from getting into your system in the first place, right? Make sure the toxins are not getting into your body. That's step one. But there's only so much you could do with respect to that, right? Now, can you guys see where I'm going with this? Y'all were asking about the new Apex. So let's talk about why Apex is an absolutely essential product in the CHOQ line, why it's such a gosh darn big deal. It is a very, very, very big deal. So yeah, here's Apex. This is my baby, as you guys know. It's my favorite product. And yeah, spent a lot of time. And in fact, I've spent years thinking about this product. Before I even ever worked for CHOQ. Before CHOQ even existed, I've been thinking about this product. This is something I've been thinking about on a conceptual level for probably at least 5 years, if not maybe 5 to 10 years, because I've been obsessed with glutathione. Now, no matter what you do, once you've gotten step one out of the way, step one is reducing the toxicity of, what's coming into your body that's wrecking your vitality and affecting your endocrine system and changing the way you view reality and potentially doing all sorts of other things. Once you've done that, then on top of that, obviously you always want to be enhancing your detoxification pathways so that those toxins that are still getting into your body, because you can't prevent them all from getting in. It's virtually impossible. If you live in the world, even if you live remotely, it's still going to happen. So the next step obviously is to enhance your your detoxification pathways, antioxidant too, but enhance your detox pathways so that you can, make sure that you are always getting rid of stuff. So yes, new Apex. Let's pop the hood on this baby. Here we go. Without a doubt, the most exciting product launch that we have ever had, at least for me anyway, because again, this is my baby. I am absolutely in love with this product. Now, what's funny is it literally just got to the warehouse this week. It's about to go out. I haven't even gotten to take, the official final version yet. But yeah, so a few changes here. I'll just go through little by little. I actually did take the B2 down a little bit because I felt like, well, first of all, B2 does make your urine yellow. And it only does that when it hits a saturation point. And it's not a bad thing. It just means that once your body's absorbed all it can absorb, it gets rid of the rest. So I took it down just a little bit. Some people get weirded out by the idea of yellow urine. It's really not bad for you at all. Virtually every water-soluble compound, your body will excrete whatever it doesn't absorb. The only difference is that B2 happens to be a strong color, and so you can actually notice when B2 leaves through the urine. Anyway, I took it down just a little bit, but I took the B6 way up to 25 milligrams. And remember, these are both in a molecular form that is very, very bioavailable, very, very natural, you could say, in the sense that it is a molecule that occurs in nature. It's the same one that's already in your body, you know. So B6, why is it awesome that there's no more B6 in here? I went out of my way to make this basically a nootropic. CHOQ does not have a nootropic, right? And of course, you know, fancy word, right? Brain focus booster. So nootropic is a fancy word for brain focus booster. CHOQ does not have a nootropic, but honestly, this is a nootropic. I'm not calling it that on the label, but the first Apex was. This one's actually way more, and I'm going to get into why. But yeah, B6, really important cofactor for different neurotransmitters. And I increased it by almost 50%. The amount that was in here used to be about 25 or about 15. Now it's 25 milligrams. So really good trade-off. This is going to make you feel it even more in terms of supporting dopamine, serotonin, and GABA synthesis. Some of your most important neurotransmitters from a mood and focus optimization standpoint. The folate and the B12, these guys are the same. No big differences there. And then all these are, none of these are really changed in here. The glutathione, actually, you know what's interesting is, I'll be telling honest, I actually took this down just a little bit. And yeah, I'll admit, I'm going to be totally transparent with you guys. This was 200. Now it's 150, right? And, you know, I'm not going to BS you and be like, and try to gloss over that. I did actually take this down by 25%. Now, why did I do that? Well, glutathione this is a preformed glutathione, but every single ingredient in here assists with your body's either production or utilization of glutathione on some level. And this is a very expensive ingredient. I wanted to put some other really awesome stuff in here. And so I took this down just a hair to make room for, number one, organic milk thistle. My lucky number is 333, and we needed to put around 300 milligrams in here for a nice, decent dose. So I went ahead and just put 333 in there. I thought that would be fun to put that on the label. I do like numerology, so you guys, I'll just draw attention to that there for a second. This is fun. But yeah, so 333 milligrams of organic milk thistle, standardized extract. Milk thistle, of course, everybody knows is the ultimate kind of liver herb, and it does naturally enhance your liver's synthesis of glutathione. So it does that very powerfully. Milk thistle is awesome, and of course we went out of our way to get a standardized and organic milk thistle. Next one, alpha-lipoic acid. That one is unchanged. Alpha-lipoic acid, amazing antioxidant. Of course, we use the R form, which is twice the potency of regular alpha-lipoic acid and significantly more expensive. But that's how we roll with CHOQ. We use the most bioavailable version of every ingredient. That is unchanged. What alpha-lipoic acid does, it does a bunch of different things. It helps with blood sugar support, helps with mitochondrial energy production, and it recycles glutathione. So yeah. Now, next, this one's another brand new one that's really awesome. And this one actually replaced the reishi. I did have some reishi in here. I had a little bit. I do love reishi, and trust me, we will be coming out with a reishi standalone sometime this year. I can virtually guarantee that. We will be expanding our line of mushrooms, by the way, because we know that you guys love mushrooms. And definitely feel free, if you can, if you guys are interested in more mushrooms, let me know in the chat. Definitely give me feedback on that. But as far as I can tell, CHOQ Nation really loves mushrooms, so we are going to come out with some mushrooms. My current plan is that I'm pushing for is I want to have just single mushroom powders in a jar that you can throw into your smoothies or mix into water, that are super fine powder. So that's going to be happening. So anyway, 3X bioavailable ginkgo phytosome. So this is a major, major upgrade to this formula, especially with respect to its ability to boost brain health, to support brain health, right? To assist you with focus and also mood. So ginkgo, everybody knows ginkgo is awesome for things like memory and, and focus and, as a nootropic, right? Everybody knows that. And it's true. Ginkgo is super popular for a reason. What people don't know is that one of the ways that ginkgo supports your brain is actually by enhancing glutathione synthesis in the brain. And actually bacopa, this Bacchognize ingredient, does the exact same thing. Yeah. Bacchognize right down there. Oh man. But yes, this ginkgo is a special ginkgo. It comes from the same company, the same fancy Italian company that makes our quercetin phytosome. It is a major game changer. So this is, according to the studies, 3x bioavailability. So this extract, this is like taking 600 milligrams of extract. It is 3x bioavailable. Bacchognize bacopa, that one did not change. This is one of the best bacopas, arguably the best standardized researched bacopa extract on the market. Bacopa also boosts glutathione synthesis in the brain. So again, Diani, to answer your question, you're asking if it's for brain health, and yes, absolutely. Now, this is also a detoxifier. This supports detoxification and immunity because glutathione is one of the most important compounds your body makes to get rid of chemicals from the body and also to support healthy immune function. But on top of that, what this is a brain booster. And I think that, the way that CHOQ rolls, we like to give you things that always help you with your vitality, help you feel better in your body, help you with your focus, right? Your mood, things like that. And the point here is that, we might as well kill two birds with one stone. We could have given you just a regular old glutathione supplement, right? That's whatever, right? But the challenge here was, let's make a glutathione supplement that helps you detox, helps you get rid of chemicals, helps your immune system because it's all glutathione, but at the same time, really greatly enhances your sharpness, right? Your ability to sort of like operate at 100% capacity in the world, right? To be on point, and also a nice mood booster. So yes, this is going to make a really, really epic addition to any CHOQ stack. And lastly, the last change I made, again, I reduced a couple things. I got rid of one thing, but I boosted up a whole bunch of stuff. And I think that the trade-offs are absolutely worth it. Jiaogulan, this is the highest potency Jiaogulan extract I've ever seen. It is 98% phytochemicals. They're called gypenosides, right? You can hopefully see. Yeah, there we go. Jiaogulan X, Gynostemma pentaphyllum extract, right? So yeah, this guy right here, standardized 98% gypenosides. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Sorry. So this actually I doubled, guys, and 200 milligrams might not seem like a lot, but actually 200 milligrams is quite a bit. This is a very high potency extract. It's almost pure phytochemicals. The non-active components have been reduced to almost nothing. So it's basically almost like a pure phytochemical extract, 98% gypenosides. There was 100 milligrams in here. We now have 200. So yes, this is absolutely epic. And I'm ridiculously excited about it. So, speaking of stacks, check this out, guys. Here we go. Are you ready? All right. Maybe should I turn the music back on? Let's just see a little intro music for the stack here. Let's have some music in the background. Just playing around with my new software here. Yeah, there we go. All right. Let's see. How can we... All right, yeah, let's just adjust that. Anyway, so yeah, so we've got two new stacks. We have the Immunity right here. Okay, Immunity. So this is one bottle of Apex, one bottle of Armor, and one bottle of 7 Wonders. So that allows you to take, your standard doses of each of these. So this is basically, yeah. And of course, I called it Immunichi because, I obviously am a practitioner of Chinese medicine. I'm an acupuncturist. I'm into Qigong and energy work and all that sort of thing. And there are quite a few Chinese herbs from the Chinese system of herbology in this stack. You've got jiaogulan, you've got ginkgo, you've got reishi, you've got cordyceps. In armor, you have astragalus, you have andrographis. You have tons of Chinese herbs in here. And the general theme here is that these together are great for your immune system. But of course, you know that we don't formulate things that only do one thing. We always formulate stuff to have many, many, many different focuses. So this stack is going to be awesome for anybody who wants to really support immunity, detoxification, and also mental sharpness. So yeah, now, if you really want to take things to the next level and you really want to support your immune system, but also do everything we just did, but more, we have the Immunichi Ultra. So this guy is pretty next level, I have to say. Basically, sorry, that picture is looking a little weird there. Let's see if I can, yeah, here we go. So yeah, check this out. Immunichi Ultra, it's literally 2 bottles of all of that. So 2 Apex, 2 Armor, and 2 7 Wonders. At some point, maybe we'll make some like double-sized bottles instead of having 2 bottles. But anyway, for now, that's what we have. And this actually allows you to take a double dose of each of these. Of course, if you do have a friend or family member or husband or wife or boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever, you can just get this and split it. And there is a significant price break here. You actually do save quite a bit of money. So this is a lot cheaper than buying 2 of the regular Immunichis. But yeah. So this is taking 4 Apex a day, taking 2 7 Wonders a day, and taking 6 Armor a day if you get this one. So this is pretty ridiculous. And yes, if you're really wanting to focus in on detox and on immunity, and then you also want additional mental sharpness, then Immunichi Ultra is actually one of your finest stacks, in my opinion. Yeah. So that is the kind of overview there. Yeah, pretty cool stuff, right? I'm digging it quite a bit. Now, I want to give you guys a quick little preview of something I'm working on right now. Check this out. Let's see. Let me find the screenshot. Okay. How many of you guys have seen this? Does this look familiar to you guys? We posted this. If you go to the CHOQ Nation, here I'll just go to Get CHOQ here. Get CHOQ. Here we go. So check out Get CHOQ here. We posted this recently. And by the way, if you're not subscribed to the Get CHOQ Instagram, definitely check it out. We got a lot of cool stuff on here. We got 86,000 followers, all organic. None of that is paid for. This is all organic. In 2 years, we've amassed that. And yeah, we posted this. Check this out, though. This is crazy. Get onto the Instagram and check out this post and let us know what you think. But yeah, look at this. So how many of these brands? So I'm actually going to start to do a whole blog series just on this. This is kind of an expose. How many of these brands are you guys familiar with? Any of these look familiar? So for example, let's start at the top. 1 a day, going clockwise. We've got Renew Life, New Chapter, Garden of Life. We have a lot of brands on here. A lot. Now, I'm not going to say that all these brands are bad. You have to take each brand on a case-by-case basis. You have to take into account ingredient quality on different brands. So I'm not gonna say, this brand sucks, this brand's bad, this brand's good necessarily right now. But what you do want to know is where you're putting your money and who is behind these brands. So, now, and also these parent companies like this one right here, might not be, who knows who this is, but yeah, let's look right here. You guys recognize maybe, anybody recognize this company in the blue right here? Look who they own. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. Very interesting, right? So, Centrum Emergency, owned by this company that starts with a P and rhymes with riser. Yeah, so now who's going to go out and buy Emergency now that you know this, right? Yeah. And of course we know Centrum, not exactly the greatest example of super high quality, right? And yeah, and some of these companies, I don't know much about. They could be totally fine. Obviously, this one here in the blue, I think that one's recognizable to everybody, and maybe not going to go there. But yeah, here's another one, Nestle. These guys, they do not necessarily have the best track record. These guys right here, right, for maybe being super duper ethical. And look who they own. Garden of Life, Pure Encapsulations, Wobenzyme, Douglas Laboratories. Now, I'm not saying that these brands are bad. Garden of Life, as far as I can tell, they seem to put out pretty high quality stuff still. But at the same time, you have to wonder, okay, where's your money going to? Procter & Gamble owns New Chapter. New Chapter, again, I'll be honest, as far as I can tell, a lot of their stuff is pretty dang high quality. It really is. But at the same time, you have to also know that you are giving money to this particular company here, So definitely something to know about. Clorox, it's just kind of interesting, right? A company that makes bleach, making supplements, Renew Life, Rainbow Life, Neocell. It's kind of weird. And of course, everybody's favorite, the Sith Lords themselves, IG Farben, Zyklon B, Gas Chamber, Monsanto, Chemical, Pharmaceutical, Industrial Complex, Sith Lords, Bayer, also known as Bayer, if you want to be all German about it. And their super duper ultra high quality supplement here that I'm sure everyone's familiar with. So, and anyway, yeah. So again, what I want to say is all of these mega corporations, all these big companies, I don't know about all of them, right? Some of these could be perfectly fine. Like Kikkoman, they make soy sauce. I mean, maybe it's probably GMO, but how bad could soy sauce be? Again, I don't know what else they do. God knows, it could be fine or it could be super weird. The point is, I'm going to be doing research and I'm going to be doing some investigative reporting for you guys over the coming months so we can figure out what's going on with these brands, And, I'll be honest, I might have to have a conversation with our lawyer to see how far I can go with this stuff. Obviously, I don't want to talk too much smack and get us in trouble, but I do want to do some hard-hitting investigative reporting from a supplements angle for you guys so we can actually figure out what the hell's going on. Because this is nuts. Totally nuts. Now, I've got one more thing for you guys here. Are you guys familiar with a company called Onnit? So Onnit, and again, I'm not saying Onnit's a bad company. I'm not necessarily going to talk trash about the company themselves or their products, But I will say, Onnit, awesome company, just like we are, very successful. And obviously I don't want to kick Joe Rogan while he's down. I'm a huge Joe Rogan fan, but yeah, he was one of the founders along with Aubrey Marcus. Aubrey Marcus is a super cool dude too. I think they're both awesome. Joe Rogan, Aubrey Marcus, super cool dudes. Everybody's going after Joe Rogan right now, which is stupid and ridiculous, and it's an anti-Joe Rogan propaganda campaign to make him look evil and bad and like he's some kind of racist when he's actually a very open-minded, cool dude. Joe Rogan, again, he is not the enemy at all, but there's a coordinated anti-Joe Rogan propaganda campaign, which is super, super not cool. And anyway, so I don't mean to kick Joe Rogan while he's down. He made a ton of money when Onnit sold to this big company called Unilever. And this happened just a few months ago. Yeah. So anyway, this was, almost a year. It became official, sometime in the middle of last year, I think. Anyway, so yeah, Onnit, and yeah, again, not commenting on the quality of their products, so their products certainly do seem pretty decent. Obviously, they're not chalk level quality. We all know that. That goes without saying. But, you know, they could be a lot worse. And anyway, so yeah. Again, not trash talking Joe Rogan or Aubrey Marcus. Honestly, I'm sure they'll never see this because it's not like, you know, I have 1 million followers or anything. But if they ever did, I would want them to know that I actually think that they're awesome. I really do. I love the stuff that they're putting out. I'm a big fan of both of those guys. I really am. At the same time, though, you have to wonder, they sold for like several $100 million to this mega corporation, right? So you got to ask yourself, and yeah, here we go. What did Aubrey say? Aubrey Marcus, founder of Onnit, said, since day one, my vision has been for Onnit to become a global movement, empowering people with the tools and information to reach their highest physical and mental potential, which is great. And that's exactly what we want to do with CHOQ too, right? So, you know, and of course, we're both awesome companies. In fact, we have a lot in common with Onnit in certain ways. Obviously, we're not as big as them, but we hope to be one day. Of course, we're not going to sell out. Now, so, you know, the idea is every time one of these companies sells to one of these mega corporations for hundreds of millions of dollars, right, what they say is they're going to inspire millions to, you know, and they're going to basically be able to spread everything to all corners of the world. So that could be true, you know, and honestly, like I said, I think Aubrey's a super awesome dude. At the same time, let's take a look at what kind of brands Unilever has. What are they putting out? I have to admit, they're not the worst. I've certainly seen much worse. But hey, let's see. What was that Axe body spray? Is that what I saw? Let's take a look. Yeah, I do believe they do make Axe body spray. Let's explore more brands here. What do we got? Yeah, Axe body spray. Here we go. Yeah, that's right. So let's come full circle to what I was talking about, what CHOQ is extremely passionate about. We're passionate about endocrine health. We're passionate about making sure that we not only help you get toxins out of your body by giving you products like Apex Glutathione, but educating you with videos and awesome, on-point, scientifically based, super legit content like blogs so that you can also be aware of the chemical soup that you're swimming in, that you're stewing in 24/7, and what it's doing to you, and how to spread awareness and prevent the chemicals from getting into your body and ruining your vitality. Now, it is interesting, is it not, that the company, Unilever, who now owns Onnit, which is trying to enhance human performance and optimize wellness, and the same thing that CHOQ is trying to do, is also producing Axe body spray. Now, let's just ask ourselves, well, what is going on in Axe body spray? So, let's take a look at something over here. I'm going to talk about Skin Deep with you guys, Environmental Working Group, and I'm going to be talking about this more often. These are the guys who came up with the Clean 15 Dirty Dozen. So if you guys don't know what that is, you should definitely check it out. Clean 15 Dirty Dozen. Clean 15 Dirty Dozen. Environmental Working Group. They are awesome because what they are is they're a nonprofit, so they're fairly objective. They're not trying to profit, right? They basically have scientists on board, and they do things like the Clean 15 Dirty Dozen, where they take conventional produce every year and they run it through a laboratory, multiple different samples. And the Clean 15 are the ones with the fewest pesticides, and the Dirty Dozen are the ones that you really need to avoid. So if you don't have enough money to eat all organic, because it's expensive, you can at least avoid the Dirty Dozen, the 12 worst conventional produce items. Now they have this cool database called Skin Deep, and there's all sorts of different stuff you could put in here. You can type in Axe body spray, which again, just as a quick reminder, is developed by Unilever, who owns Onnit, right? Oh, and they do have an app too. Yes, Andy, thank you. Now let's take a look. So what Axe does is, what Environmental Working Group, EWG, does is they have a toxicity rating system from 1 to 10. Yeah. And this gets a 5. And I'm just going to tell you guys right now, if you were to run whatever we use, CHOQ, through this, every single thing would be a 1. The lowest rating. There is nothing that we use in our products that will be anything higher than a 1, and that will never happen. Not a single product we will ever make will be higher than a 1. The lowest possible rating, because we just wouldn't ever risk it. It would never happen. So, anyway. So, yeah. Axe body spray. So, this gets a 5. So, hey, let's check it out. So, we've got different ingredient concerns. So, we have the C word here. We've got developmental and reproductive toxicity. Okay, so at least it's not too bad. Allergies and immunotoxicity is high. Now, let's look. Okay, so what are the ingredients in Axe body spray put out by Unilever, who owns Onnit? Fragrance. Ooh, yikes. That doesn't sound too good. And hey, look here. What's this word? Endocrine disruption. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, how about the next ingredient that you're spraying onto your body, onto your skin that is highly absorbable? Butane. That's right. Butane is in Axe body spray, which has a yellow on allergies and immunotoxicity. Butane. So that's a 6 out of 10. Not great. Not great. Yeah. Non-reproductive organ system toxicity, moderate. Isobutane, another kind of butane. I mean, we're talking about stuff that's like actually in lighters here, and you're spraying it on your body. So, not great. So, yeah. So, you know, Axe, I think most of us know that Axe is complete garbage. You know, I feel confident saying that. Again, maybe some people actually like the way that these horrific chemicals smell. I personally don't. But so, okay. So let's go to the next thing. What is the next thing? So I looked up some other brands that Unilever also owns. And guess what? Are you guys familiar with Dove? Let's see if we can find Dove on here. Dove, who makes all these conventional, you go to your conventional drugstore and there's this, crappy conventional body care products. So Unilever owns Dove. And I went and checked out Dove through EWG, and check this out, guys. This is super interesting. Watch this. Bam! What do we got here? Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry. My bad. Got to copy and paste here. What do we got here? Oh, we've got a 9. Yeah. Dove makes multiple products that have reached almost the highest level of toxicity. So the company who owns Onnit produces something that has multiple different items that have almost the highest level of toxicity possible according to the Environmental Working Group. So let's check this out. Hair Therapy Nourishing Oil Care Detangler. Interesting. All right. What do we got here? Oh, look at this. High endocrine disruption. Oh boy. I'm just going to, let's just zoom into that really fast. Yeah. Okay. So now, so again, if a company themselves are putting out fairly decent products, but all of the money that goes to that company is funneled into a company that is also poisoning people and disrupting their endocrine systems, do you want to give that company money? Now, I'm not saying you should or shouldn't, but do you want to? I'm going to let me just enlarge this really fast so I can just kind of, do you want to give that company money knowing that you give them money, it gets funneled up to the parent mega corporation, right? And then that enables them to continue to use another one of their wings, because it's all one big hydra, to actually actively poison people and to put endocrine disruptors into their bodies. So again, coming full circle to what I was talking about with the whole matrix thing and all the different ways that the system tramples on our vitality. And, I'm not saying even that this is all that everything that's happening is evil per se, because you know what? You could look at the world in a lot of different ways. You could look at the world in so many different ways. I personally think that the world is a school, that we're here to learn. That's just my personal beliefs. And I think that all the evil is part of the teaching. Doesn't mean it's not evil. I'm not saying evil doesn't exist, but you have to contextualize evil. I think that it helps us learn. But at the same time, I just have to say on this particular level, I mean, come on, guys. Like, seriously, right? If CHOQ got bought, which will never happen, if CHOQ got bought by some mega corporation that was putting out crap like this, then I would hope you guys would stop buying CHOQ. That's not going to happen because we keep it real, because we actually are passionate about this kind of stuff. But yeah. Again, 9 out of 10, almost the highest level of toxicity being put out by this particular company right here. And let's see, what else do we got? So we've got allergies and immunotoxicity high. We've got developmental and reproductive toxicity, yellow. And the C word, not as bad. But yeah, so propylparaben. What do we got here? Endocrine disruption, propylparaben, 9 out of 10 toxicity. Let's see what else we got here. Fragrance, endocrine disruption, 8 out of 10 toxicity. FD&C, yellow, number 5, developmental and reproductive toxicity, endocrine disruption, neurotoxicity. Now, of course, it says low, but still low is more than 0, right? I'm going to try to pronounce this. Diazoladinylurea, C word low, allergies, immunotoxicity high. Possible contamination with formaldehyde, 5 out of 10. Methylparaben, endocrine disruption, moderate. Cyclopentasiloxane, endocrine disruption, low, but still non-zero. Persistence of bioaccumulation. Ecotoxicology, so accumulating in the environment, So yeah. C word on SD alcohol 40B, developmental reproductive toxicity. So when we talk about stuff like hormones under fire, going back full circle to this DDT video right here, guys, just think about it, right? Think about how we are doing the same thing we've been doing. We're repeating the past. We're doing the same thing we've been doing. You know what I mean? So, yeah. That's just a sneak preview of some of the investigative reporting, hard-hitting supplement journalism that I've been doing that I think is super duper fascinating and really excited to share with you guys. And I'm super stoked about this new setup. I hope you guys really liked it with the whole hardware software thing, enabling me to, obviously, I know I'm just a kind of a small little window now, and of course, if you can always enlarge if you want to see all of me, and I'll just finish the show at full size here. But yeah, so thanks for waiting the couple weeks that it took for all that, for me to take a little time to kind of chill out and to get this new setup. And I'm really, really excited about being able to kind of take things up to the next level. Like I said, I've got a green screen coming, which will be cool. Might be able to put information behind me too, or who knows, all sorts of cool stuff, right? And that being said, I haven't forgotten. It is time to give away some free products. We are still doing that. Not as often as we used to, but we are still doing it. So let's do it right now. You guys know the drill. I'm going to be giving away 2 Immunichi bundles today. That's right. 2 Immunichi bundles because it's been a while since we've given out anything. So 2 winners, each person gets an immunity bundle worth a couple $100 something. So let's do it. You guys know the drill. I am going to generate a number between 1 and 100. Give me that number in the chat. And let's see. Let me bust out my timer too. Here we go. Oh, you know what? We're taking timers to the next level too. Check this out. I'm wondering, this is going to be different because you guys can be able to actually see it. So here we go. Bam. We'll just put the music on here. So let's see. Is the music going to play? I don't know. Still getting used to all this. So yeah, there we go. All right. Here we go. Little timer here. Get your numbers in. I can't actually hear the music, so I'm not sure how loud it is, but I thought maybe it's a little more entertaining this way. You've got an actual countdown timer here. You've got the music. And remember, it's just 1 entry per person. So, yeah. And I can actually see there's quite a delay on here, so, yeah. All right. So that's the end of it right there. And I have to wait now for the stream to catch up because the stream is way behind. It's a little weird there. I'm realizing just how behind the stream is now. So yeah. So I'm gonna actually wait until it's totally caught up. And remember guys, you only get 1 entry, so it's your first entry only. So Gregory, unfortunately, it's only going to be your first entry that counts. That's all you get there. Okay, so there we go. All right. Yeah, the whole stream delay, I'm gonna work on that. It's a bit much, I know. So yeah, what was the number? The number was 93. So who is closest to 93? Let's see here. Muhammad has 90. Oh, Diani, 92. Nice, Diani, you are the winner. Diani wins. Bam. Okay. Excellent. So let's do this one more time to pick the second winner again for another Immune Chi bundle. And here we go. Yeah. Here we go. Maybe I should turn the music down a little bit. I don't know. Let's see here. All right. One more time, guys. One more time. No worries. But yeah, here we go. Go ahead and get your numbers in. You have 38 seconds remaining. And again, I do apologize. Because of this new setup, I am acutely aware of the extreme delay. The delay is pretty crazy. It's actually about a 32-second delay that I'm on right now. I'm going to try to minimize that. But yeah, we will do that. But yeah, Diani, great work. Great work. You are going to get yourself a new Immunity bundle in the mail, Diani. So excellent work. All right. So let's see here. What is the new random number? Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. Bam. All right. So I'm going to wait for it to, yeah. Wait for it to catch up. This weird 30-second delay thing here. Very strange, very strange. Let's just fade that music out like a DJ there. See what happens. There we go. There we go. All right, all right. Bam. And, okay. Let's see who is the winner. 35. Number was 35. So, all right. The number was 35. So let's see. Who is the winner? Number was 35. So, who won this last time? 35, 35, 35. Looks like, is it Sergio with 39? Sergio with 39. Let's see. Number was 35. So, yes, Sergio is the winner. Sergio, you win. Fantastic. All right. So yes, Sergio and Diani. Let me just make sure that I tell our wonderful customer service people what's happening there. And of course, we do verify names. So, just FYI, this will only work for folks who, who actually won. The system cannot be cheated. Just FYI. Not that any of you guys would do that, but just to let y'all know. I'm just going to make a note right here so I can later on Sergio and Diani won. Bam. Okay, cool. So, all right, well, I think it is probably time for me to head out, everybody. You guys are awesome. I'm glad that we had a really cool return. And by the way, Sergio and Diani, make sure you email CHOQ@CHOQ.com to claim your prize. Just tell them that you were hanging out with the CHOQTOR, Dr. Matt, Dorsey, DACM here on YouTube, and tell them that you won an Immunichi bundle valued at $200-something. By the way, Armor and Apex are basically our two most expensive products. So pretty awesome prize right there. But yeah, I will be back very soon. I'll actually be doing this again tomorrow night, and I'll have even more equipment upgrades. Hopefully, it'll be even better. And yeah, thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for being patient while I was kind of chilling, resetting myself, and also learning this new hardware and software so I could take it up a notch. Let's see here. I think, let's see, are we going to do this? No? Sorry, still learning. All right, I'm going to bring the intro music back again. And you know what? Let's do an intro here. Outro. Sorry. Multitasking with the software. I blame that. But anyway, you guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being, such amazing regulars, especially with all these folks, Chocolala and Andy and Mike and everybody else. So you guys are fantastic. Much, much, much love to you. And I will see you guys very soon. And as always,